No, it's not even working.
Cobra! Take it out back and beat it. What's happening?
Must be one out back.
Must be one of them alligator radios.
You got a coffee? No?
Yeah, I got coffee. You want some coffee, Cobra?
Probably not. I don't know. Depends on where you get it from, I guess.
Right from the coffee bean.
That's right, Skywalker. Just suckle right up onto the bean.
Grind it up some. Throw a little sugar and creamer in it.
Yeah, right. Here we go, you work. What the hell?
Mr. Pipeline, what is happening? Yeah, well, hopefully here when we get going, it'll still be the same. I think I heard 500 in there. What's going on, 500?
I was just tuning in.
Alright, yeah. Good, yeah, sounding alright.
I think it's driving. Big signal. I understand you, but big signal trying to turn everything back.
Are you on the 450 tonight, 500?
I am on the 450 Yazu.
Roger, that's what I'm on tonight. 450 Yazu. Roger.
Wow, that radio sounds really good. Go figure.
I Roger, you're Roger. I Roger, you're Roger.
I 10 Roger that.
South Steve, you're Roger.
Radio sound like the Wing-a-Wop song. A wing-a-wop, a wing-a-wop.
I'd like to sit there a little bit and just say, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are y'all on channel? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just on the channel.
Tune in your Galaxy Radio.
Hopefully we're on channel. Hopefully this radio's on channel a little bit.
What's going on? 500.
Oh, Paranoid, what are you doing?
Oh, not too much. I just got back in here. I was taking a 420 break.
Roger on that. Yeah, we actually talked to you about you down on channel 28 or something like that you had the that big bad Italian beam going on.
Oh, my beam? Yeah, well, I'm just running my vector right now.
You're talking about a beam, different antenna. Do you have the so that it was like that little 4-element beam from Italy, something like that? RM something, I don't know.
I get the stereo 4-element horizontally, and then I get the stereo vector 4000 up in a vertical position.
Roger, yeah. Got the vector thing, yeah. Stereo's not a bad antenna. I'm not a big fan of them. Not a bad antenna, though. I mean, they were.
I love these damn things. Cheap, too.
Simple. Well, they're relatively inexpensive, but, you know, they work really good. They function, that's for sure.
Hey, is Paranoid on the beam or is Paranoid on his vector?
Well, I'm on my vector right now. Yeah, just running vertical.
Roger that. 1221. Rogers, you're Roger. Sounding good there, Mr. Paranoid.
Yeah, roger that. 1221. Yes, sir. I can hear you pretty good up here. And that does sound pretty good.
Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yep, vector to vector, our antennas.
Roger, roger, roger. Yeah, no, it sounded good up this way for sure.
Yeah, and I think, Joe, I think you're set up, man. You got that audio dialed right in there, Tasman.
I hope so. Oh, I started messing with it this morning. I gave up on it, went to work.
Can you imagine, Taz, if these people ran real antennas about these vectors, how well they would get out? Holy Jesus.
My God, what was that?
Is that screwdriver?
I think that was supposed to be a screwdriver.
Well, yeah, it sounds like he needs a vector, for God's sakes.
You're underdriving, overdriving something, yeah.
Apply the SWR spray liberally.
Yeah.
Like a bad screwdriver.
Does not sound amazing.
You can't talk shit if your radio ain't friggin' top shelf.
Whoever it was is hammering me with a signal, just like you, radio man.
Ah, man, 4 watts, not a watt over. Yeah, that was screwdriver.
You're above 12 watts on sideband.
Well, yes, 12 watts PEP and not a watt over.
You got to stay within legal limit. Got to stay within legal limits.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, you're in fix-it territory right now. I don't know what you're doing, overdriving an amp or what. Let me check the troubleshooting flowchart. Percussive rapping, step 1.
You gotta respect the modes. I think you got a little FM in there, maybe a little upper sideband.
He's mixing it all up tonight.
What is this, amateur hour?
Simple on that Cobra. What is going on?
Oh, not much. I can't say much. I blew up a radio today, too. Yeah, no, not much. Everything's going well. Sounding good tonight, as usual.
Yeah, right back at you there. Yeah, I don't know what the screwdriver was doing, but he had something going on, so hopefully you get something figured out here.
I can't imagine a guy eats sloppy joes over his radio, blew a radio up.
That's for bacon.
Was he live streaming it, and was there smoke?
Oh, man, doesn't everybody love sloppy joes, though?
I'd fucking kill for a sloppy Joe right now. I love it.
Closer, he's closer anyway.
I'd have to take my lab coat off to have a sloppy joe.
Oh, you can't eat a sloppy joe in a white lab coat. That's for damn sure.
Was that Cobra in there that just heat up, though? Was that interrupting? Was that Cobra?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you fucking full dB over here, but that radio is like overdriving a little bit. I'm not being rude, but I think it's actually radical. I mean, you could turn that way back, it would sound way better.
Yeah, probably.
What's that microphone, man? It sounds like we can hear a mouse fart in the other room.
When you're 60 dB over. Maybe it's just topping my receive over here by Cobra. It's way over the edge. It could be way quick.
I know you and Swiper over here on sideband, I do the same thing to me. It doesn't. You guys aren't clean, so I don't say anything because I'm pretty sure it's just the radio.
I mean, literally, set your audio back just a little bit. That thing would be awesome, but it's way over the edge. I mean,
Well, I think it's time to get started.
Well, if you say so.
Skywalker, I'm loving it. 3 weeks in a row on frequency out of the gate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it for Skywalker.
Round of applause for Skywalker.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Floyd's just trying to say hello to you, 500.
Just saying, stupid signal, downtown, big signal, but it's just so over the edge.
All right, we'll table that. That's old business. On to new business. All right. We're going to get started here at Maine Sidebanders. Welcome, everybody. And the only thing I was going to put out there real quick before we get started is while we're doing roll call, if you could hold the side conversation and shoot and skip. I don't think that's going to be an issue tonight, but we're doing roll call. I know if just because you're not hearing everybody, there are people out there that do, and it makes it wicked confusing when everyone's having their own conversation. So let's just try to keep a lid on it here for the first 10 or 15 minutes so we get through roll call. Anyways, why don't we get started with I guess Somerset. How about Somerset County? We'll get started with Somerset County.
We got Moose in Somerset County, Fairfield.
Hey Moose, how you doing? I figured I'd grab you. I heard you a little earlier, so we'd start up in your direction tonight. Hearing you good tonight. Anyone else in Somerset County?
Floyd was trying to jump in there.
Okay, appreciate that, Cobra. I don't know why. Usually I hear Floyd. Try it one more time, Floyd. I don't know why I didn't hear you. All right, we got you that time, Floyd. We had to engage some more preamplification there on the old radio, but we got you now, Floyd. How do you copy? All right, very good. We got you, Floyd. Let's see. One more call. How about Somerset County?
Everybody in Somerset County wants to check in for Maine Sidebanders.
Did you get anyone, Moose?
That's a negative.
Well, hey, I appreciate you lending your ears up in that county. Appreciate it. How about Franklin County? Franklin County. We'll try one more time. Franklin County for Maine Sidebanders. All right, nothing heard. How about Kennebec County? Kennebec County for Maine Sidebanders.
Yeah, you got the Birdman over here in Augusta.
Ooh, we got you. Big signal there. Birdman in Augusta. Very good. All right, who else we got for Kennebec County? If I miss anybody, feel free just to jump in and relay. One more call for Kennebec County before we move on. All right, how about Waldo County? Waldo County. All right, no copy on the Waldo County. How about Knox County? Knox County. All right, moving a little bit down the coast. How about the Lincoln County? Lincoln County for Maine Sidebanders.
Mr. Paranoid in Waldoboro.
All right, Mr. Paranoid, we got you very good signal here tonight. Sounding good. Anyone else for Lincoln County? All right, nothing heard. How about Saginaw County? Saginaw County.
Big Mac here, Saginaw.
Oh, Big Mac. I think Hawkeye was looking for you earlier. Are you the guy that's friends with Hawkeye?
Yep, roger on that.
All right, Big Mac. Well, I missed the S meter reading, but you definitely got a good signal. I'm over here in New Gloucester, and stick around for the roll call. There might be a few guys that might want to do a radio check with you. We're pretty close to being done here with the roll call, but yeah, if you stick around, I'm sure Hawkeye'd like to talk to you, and maybe you can get a few signal checks. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Big Mac's I think what I was told used to be on the radio and is back on the radio again. So thanks for stopping by. Anyone else for Saginaw County?
Clearwater, Thompson.
Hey, Clearwater, how you doing? Everyone, I'm getting good signals on everyone tonight. Band's nice and quiet. All right, we got Clearwater and Topsom. Who else for Saginaw County?
You got Ron from Bowden.
Yeah, there's Runt over there from Bowden, too. Quite a few of you guys over in Saginaw County. Anyone else for Saginaw County before we move on? Nothing heard. How about Androscoggin County? Androscoggin County.
Hawkeye, Lisbon Falls, over.
Hey, Hawkeye, were you able to hear Big Mac?
I heard him in there, yep.
Copy that. Big Mac, are you hearing Hawkeye?
I sure am.
All right, very good. I'm sure Hawkeye was kind of curious on that. Androscoggin County. Anyone else? Androscoggin County.
Skywalker and Lisbon. I can hear Big Mac in there, too.
Very good. Yeah, we're glad to have Big Mac. More the merrier. All right. How about it? Another call for Androscoggin County.
Cobra Whales. I was just waiting to see if anyone else was going. I know 500 was in here, too.
Yeah, I was gonna write 500 down. I mean, he's definitely in here. I don't know where he went. 500, you still there?
Checking in. 500, checking in.
All right. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's just conditions or what, but everyone's got good signals tonight. All right. Anyone else? My pen's shit in the bed here. Anyone else? Androscoggin County.
207 on the air.
207. Jesus, did I hear that right? 207?
Yes, sir. 207.
All right, 207. We got you. Sounding good tonight. Hope any luck on your interference issues?
No, none.
Okay, nothing's changed. All right, well, very good. We're glad to have you tonight. Who else we got for Androscoggin County? All right, no one else. Moving quickly here. Going over to Oxford County. Oxford County.
333, they call me Mr. Fix-It, saying howdy, howdy. All you good folks out there, and checking in and checking out. Have a great night.
Okay, Fix It. Well, thank you. How about Pipeline? Pipeline, you in there? Hey, 621 Pipeline. I know you. Yeah, your voice did sound a little different. Are you under the weather? Yeah, you'll have to file a workers' comp claim. Shooting too much DX. You ran your voice out. All right. Anyone else in Oxford County? How about Oxford County?
Tango Bravo 505 Maine. Over. Checking in.
Okay. Tango Bravo 505 over there in Canton. And also, oh, I forgot to write down pipeline. Let me get pipeline here over in Rumford. Forgot to write pipeline down. All right, yeah, TB505 in Canton, we got you. Anyone else in Oxford County? All right, we're just about down. We got Cumberland, York, and I'm going to grab New Hampshire and any stragglers. So we're just about coming down to it. Appreciate everyone's patience here. Cumberland County, any stations, Cumberland County?
Hey, Radio Man. Bear, Cumberland.
Okay, Bear, we got a good copy on you, but you're just down the road. Cumberland, we got a good copy on you. Who else do we got for Cumberland County?
Portland.
107, Cape Elizabeth, checking in.
Okay, we got 4107 Cape Elizabeth. If I'm not wrong, I don't think we've heard you in a few weeks there, 4107, maybe. And I also copied Greg in Portland. I heard the both of you. But, yeah, welcome back, 4107, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, sir.
Maniac's over here, too. You might as well check his ass in.
Oh, man. It's a Taz. We're getting a twofer tonight? A Taz Maniac combo. Holy moly. I'll have to check with the rule book to see if we can count that as two for roll call. I gotta make sure we're not violating the rules.
Yep, that's right. I'm sitting here. I'm listening, but I'm restricted from the key. Yeah, we're like the Muppets guys, you know what I mean? The old guys in the background making fun of shit.
Couple of old dudes.
Oh, man, you know it's going to be a good night then.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I was picturing.
Oh, yeah, Maniac will get into the Bush lattes, and then Taz won't let him get on the his and her mic.
There is no his and hers, Mike.
In my world, there is.
You got a picture or something?
That's what I want to picture when you two are struggling who's going to talk on the mic. All right. Who else is in Cumberland County?
All right, Screwdriver. The only thing I want to say is no offense against Big Mac. Nice to hear you out here, but I'm in the Nuggets, y'all.
All right, well, Big Mac and Screwdriver can battle out if it's Nuggets or Big Macs. You know, Big Mac's all right every once in a while. Anyone else, Cumberland County? All right, not hearing anyone else in Cumberland County. I'm going to switch over to the quad here and point down to the south real quick, so my signal might drop off to some of you guys, but I'm going to see if I can grab anyone down in York County in New Hampshire. All right, how about it? York County for Maine Sidebanders. I don't got anything, so I'm going to go for, how about State of New Hampshire? State of New Hampshire.
Old state of confusion, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a quiet ship down there. Let me switch back over to the Omni real quick.
No thermite tonight?
Oh, we got 333 in Lee, New Hampshire. 333, we got you. Sorry about that. I'll stand by. Anyone else State of New Hampshire? Well, thank you, 333. You're the lone representative for the state of New Hampshire. I'm going to do one more for any stragglers, and we're going to open it up here. Anyone else anywhere? Maine Sidebanders. Anyone else anywhere that would like to get in? We'll take anyone the rest of the night, but before we open it up here to horsing around, anyone else? I got nothing. Before I open it up, Big Mac, is there you got any questions or anything you'd like radio check or anything like that there, Big Mac, if you're still in there?
Yeah, hey, how's the radio sound? All right?
Yeah, it sounds like maybe not enough audio. Like you clipped out a little bit or something. Like you got a good signal, but I don't know if you can give it any more audio.
How's that?
It sounded like you were trending in the right direction. That was a little better. I don't know. Does anyone else agree with that?
I heard it downtown Lewiston.
It sounds kind of, I don't know, something sounds a little funky. I know you're just getting stuff set up there, Big Mac, but something sounds a little funky. What, maybe give us the rundown. What kind of mic, what kind of radio? Are you using an amp?
No amp, a brand new Ranger RCI 2995 with a stock mic.
Roger, 29 on the stock mic. No pain, downtown Lewiston by the Hannaford. Had to do it.
Yeah, I mean a Ranger 2995. That should have more than enough audio. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would have a feeling that it's probably mostly on the stock mic. Is your mic gain turned all the way up there, Big Mac?
It is now.
There you go. Keep that mic gain turned all the way up and probably turn your RF power all the way up when you're on sideband. Just feed her the beans.
How's that? Any better?
Sounds fairly good to me. I mean, you could definitely tell it's a little stock mic-ish, but the more you talk, obviously, we'll let everybody else chime in, but the more you talk, the longer you get long-winded like me, the more we can tell exactly what's going on, but it sounds pretty good.
Right, absolutely. I'm going to switch over. I got a power mic here. I'll try that. Get back on in a few.
Oh boy, I love me some good mic swapping. Yeah, you're right on frequency, Big Mac. So radio's on frequency. I think we'll stand by for that and for the old power mic there. And while I got it, I just want to. Hutch is listening online, so just wanted to wave hi to Hutch. And we got the Cowboy UDX 357 in San Jose. He wanted to say hi to everybody. And another station didn't leave a handle. We'll just say Jay out in Bellingham, Washington. Just wanted to say hi.
Roger, on the online listeners. We like it.
Cowboy.
Roger. 149, Mr. Paradox waving from Waldoboro. Waving to 149, listening online.
That's right, Hutch. Come on, we miss you. Actually, I talked to Hutch the other day. He was on the other day.
Yeah, he was on here Monday. He was on for a few hours with us, I believe.
About that Hutch. 149, 476, Desmond, waving in.
Hey, can you hear this power mic?
I can hear it. It just sounds wicked compressed or something.
That's what I'm hearing, Taz. I was starting to wonder if it was just me. Even the stock mic sounded like it was clipping a little bit or something.
I don't know if he's running an amp, but this sounds pinched up.
I think it's the 2995 HP, so it's it's got a built-in amp. What are they, like 150 watts?
All the 2995s have a built-in amp, but supposedly the HPs are a little over 200, so it should have a little bit of punch to it, I would think.
Is this any better?
You know, something's going on with the mic or something. It's like there's an intermittent pop, 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 pop. I'm hearing like a popping noise.
Big Mac, what do you got for a power supply? Do you have at least like a 30 amp?
Oh yeah, that got worse. I would probably go back to what kind of power mic are you trying to run right now? Yeah, I'd go back to your stock mic and let us walk through a few things.
I didn't hear what he said about the power supply. I got a feeling that radio is starved for power.
radio. It's not starving for power. It's just a base unit.
Oh, it's just, I thought it was 12 volt.
Now, 2995 is just a plug in the wall, big black box, 200 watt, probably 4 MOSFETs or 8 MOSFET base station.
Oh, okay, so it's got switches in there.
The old ones had an iron core, but yeah, I would assume that new one would have switchers in it.
Yeah, that's what mine has, switchers.
And we're back on a stock mic now.
Yeah, you can tell you're on a stock mic. It's a little nasally, but it's not breaking up. So what were you running for a power mic?
I had a static desktop mic.
Roger, yeah, it definitely didn't have, it was breaking up. I don't know if the mic cord or the key up or if it's a brand new mic or an old mic or what you got going on, but that one sounds better. It's not amazing, but it's not bad.
Hey, what's that guy's 20?
I'm in top them.
10-4 on the top. Thank you. Yeah, if you get your power mic set too high, that could do the same thing. You might have to turn the mic gain down on the radio and the mic.
Maybe he's on a cancer kazoo.
Oh, good grief.
I hate when that happens.
Hey, that's a Christmas carol.
Where's your power mic, or is your mic setting on that on the radio?
I got the mic gain on about half right now, and I'm running the power mic on 1. How's that?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit better.
Hello. 1, 2, 3.
Well, you're not breaking up, so that's good. So yeah, it's and you're we can hear you. I would think you'd be a little louder, but you're not breaking up and we can hear you, so that's good.
If my antenna is not very high, I can cut it up temporary.
Seaweed, he's on a static desk mic. I don't know the exact model number.
Really crack the mic open and come up a little bit on your radio.
How's that?
No, I think you're better off with a stock mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of times when I run a power mic, especially on the Ranger, I would have my 2995, mic gain would be up to 10. And usually I just crack the power mic open because, you know, any of them, the D104, well, I only had a D104 and the Shure mic. You didn't need to run too much because you turned it up too loud, it was too much.
Radio mic gain's on 10 and I just cracked the power mic.
I can definitely tell you turned it up. You still got that weird popping sound like a bad contact or sometimes you get someone that's Hulk candying the mic and you hear the plastic flexing. I don't know if you guys are hearing that too.
Back the RF power down, see if that does something.
Turn what down?
The RF power.
Oh, how's that?
Come back down a little more, see if it does anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello.
Oh, it seems like it's getting a little bit better.
It does. Don't Big Mac, definitely we can understand you. We're just kind of, trying to spitball here what's going on. But yeah, you definitely can understand you. You just got you got a couple weird artifacts, I guess we'll say, but other than that, you're doing all right.
Great. I'll have to get her ironed out. Thanks. Thank you for all the help. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we'll send Hawkeye over there. He's only 5 minutes away.
Oh, that's an inside joke that just keeps on giving.
Well, it is Christmas time, Hawkeye.
Single cam. Yeah, you can make up on CB. You don't have to apply for one. You just, unless you're gonna do one of the DX groups, they like you to do the country designator. Like US would be number 2. So everyone's 2. I make up 2 Romeo Mike 260. That's if you get on Cluster DX or whatever. But yeah, you can just make something up. I just do Radio Man 260. So sounds like you're you're getting it if you got any questions.
I don't know. You can put 2 and 2 together, so you'll be able to figure that one out, I'm sure.
If you showed me your debit card, though, I'd be able to tell you back the numbers for the next 3 years.
Yeah, it's a visual thing.
Go ahead, send me a picture of it. I'll prove it to you.
Chester, Vermont.
You got with some numbers that'll go through. Just send them to me.
All right.
Getting to be quite a few stations over in that neck of the woods, Hawkeye.
That's right. We breed like rabbits over here.
Yeah, no problem there, Single Cam. I try to monitor the chat as best I can if you got any questions.
To harvest and eat. Is that you, DD?
Oh no. Oh no.
Good.
And have you noticed, Radio Man? You already mentioned that Skywalker was right dead nuts on frequency. And did you notice Runt? Runt is totally on frequency. And I can't help but think I might be playing a little bit of a role in that situation.
Oh, look at you self-congratulating yourself.
Well, somebody's got to do it. I've been policing this net for the last year, and I've gotten a lot of shit over it, and it's starting to pay off.
The superior mode of transmission and communication technology.
That's right. Superior.
That's right. I do appreciate that for sure. It helps me out.
Hawkeye's officially changing his handle to WWV. All receivers calibrate their radio to this station.
Most stations on here sound like they're on strikers and AM.
Holy but Jesus, listen to that.
Have you heard that one before? How about you, DD?
Uh-oh. Stand by. We got a DD call coming in.
Hello. You all hear the same noise, or did the noise go away? Hello. 1, 2, 3, 29, 69, 82.
It's sounding better. In fact, I was going to say that there was still some crunchiness in there, but when you unkeyed, the crunchiness was still in the receiver. So, well, you're getting closer, Big Mac. It's sounding better.
Zero 2-9 Floyd. 10-4, I can hear you.
Roger, Roger. It's quiet up there in the Mercer Bog.
We'll definitely have to take the time and figure it out. I'll be around for a while.
I'm sure it will help when you get the antenna, higher than 10 feet off the ground. So, yeah, and you're giving me a pretty good signal for whatever you said. It was like 10 or 12 feet off the ground. You're like a 10 over S9 over here.
Roger. Yeah, and there's a hill between us.
Your signal is definitely strong over here. You're hammering.
I think Floyd's hearing him up there.
I'm going to
don't know
get
if you
back
guys
here
can
on
hear
the
Floyd,
side.
but I think Floyd's hearing him. 10-4, he says he can hear him, so yeah, I believe Floyd. He can definitely hear Big Mac for sure.
I can hear that guy.
Cobra, are you hearing DD?
Sign out for the night. I got things to do, and look forward to seeing and hearing everybody next Thursday.
All right, Big Mac. Thanks for stopping by. We hang. There's I'm sure Hawkeye's filled you in on all the local activity, but there's more than people just on Thursday nights. If you happen to flip the radio on and you're bored. Anyways, take care. I will be right back. I'm going to head to the wood stove and throw a few logs on.
Put another log on it.
Put another log on the fire.
Another shrimp on the barbie. No, not me. I haven't had a sloppy Joe in years. I think he was trying to refer to your little radio mishap at Cobra's house.
Joe wouldn't be so sloppy if he washed up.
Yeah, I haven't had a sloppy Joe in a while. Yeah, there was definitely the comments flying real quick. I think it was just some little good-natured rib in between some other shit that was going on. But yes, no, I ain't had a sloppy Joe, and I haven't burnt anything up recently. I know I didn't sound the greatest when I first turned this on. I got to at least let it warm up 60 seconds before I talk. But sometimes I just forget. Exactly, because I'm usually done before 60 seconds, so I got to make sure that I'm on my game.
I've heard that.
It's true.
All these years, that's all you give her 60 seconds.
Sometimes it's gone in 60 seconds, Regal. I don't even know. Good evening, Regal.
Good evening.
Good evening, Regal.
I've been a good boy recently, Floyd. Well, I'm never a good boy, but you know. Absolutely nothing. That's how good I've been. I haven't had nothing happen to me. Yeah, it definitely could be spiced up a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie.
I had a bunch of cuties trying to help me get healthy for the last year of my life, but I ain't got fucking nothing in me to give them anything.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I like how we start making dick jokes and Regal appears.
I've been a dick all my life, asshole. Keep on that first.
You know he was just kind of waiting.
Waiting in the bush, they say. Hey, out there, 029.
You know, I bet if we got Pipeline the appropriate mixer or something, he could probably plug his microphone and his guitar right into his radio and do a whole concert right on the radio.
Concert, you say? I think I doubled up into halfway. I only heard half what you said.
Oh, I was saying if Pipeline had a mixer hooked up to his radio, he could probably plug his guitar and his mic into it and do a full-on concert right over the radio.
There we go. Bang a call, get it on.
Throw her on the bench. Let it rip.
You're over the bench, you say?
Yeah, yes, Regal. Throw her over the bench and let it rip.
Rip-a-roar, rip-a-roar.
Moose, you still in there, Moose, or did you fall to the back of the bus? 10-4.
Moose might be out back chasing the goose, trying to make it loose.
I don't know what happened to Moose. He was on the loose.
Here we come, kid up there running high, this kid.
It happens, right?
Happened for years. I don't know what happened, but you know what happens, it seems like. Things happen on a job site too, you know, when they found out you were working with you on the chaplain staging all day. The guy has been known to fight right on a green cloud from here to there. Oh man, that day just went down.
What happened? I heard something about a fart and a green cloud.
I'd say the same thing used to happen on a job site, you know. Somebody got elected to work with me for the day on the staging, you know, and they found out they had to work with this guy, the guy that lets out a green cloud flight every once in a while.
Oh, God. I used to work with a guy that, I don't know what was going on his gut work, but this guy, I mean, like, literally was the epitome of a one-man band.
with me. I just eat an egg and muffin sandwich every morning.
Yeah, I remember being on a job site with this guy, and we had to take an elevator, and he just rattled the inside of the elevator like a friggin' drum.
I didn't always make a lot of noise. I was a lot of times silent but deadly. You can smell it coming, but don't always hear it.
Silent but deadly.
That's crazy, man. I got kicked out of his bed truck many days on break. Having lunch. Fighting the other day, I had that fucking radiation blast. I had 3 fucking cute girls working on me on that table. I had bad gas that day. I was fighting them back, boy. I didn't want to rip one off in front of them.
Oh, I'm sure they've heard and smelled worse.
I was pretty fucking rank that day, dude.
Not that you're old, Regal, but I heard when we get older, it comes out like dust.
I don't know, it's not a fake juicy. What the no dust happening there?
Little methane to their day.
I told finish the story off. By the time I got to a offer, I sat down and it ended up being a never-ending wife.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Regal. It's never a dull moment with you.
Well, you know, I fucking risked my life. I went down the fucking pool and I come back home. The next day there was a fucking shooting right in the same area I was in down by the pool at Mo.
Regal, are you back on the prednisone?
Yeah, I've been right on it for a while. Why?
Sometimes I feel like I need to take cocaine just to keep up with you.
Fucking right, man. Start up a line. Have a trip down the lane with me.
I know, we go from nearly shitting our pants to a shootout.
Only on 10 milligrams a day, really. It ain't much.
I mean, just imagine trying to take notes of a conversation with Regal. You just couldn't do it.
Remember, I don't get out of the house much either. I'm home with my baby all day. I'm talking to a baby, so I get to talk to adults. Holy fuck, hang on.
Somebody's always listening.
I'm sure. I know I'm chatting with my father a few minutes ago online, 82 years old. He's like, I'm going to bed tonight. The reason why my wife started smoking dope again.
Oh, at least she shares with you.
Boy, well, this year, I've actually stepped out and took a couple hits here and there. That's a mistake. That's making me short-winded. I gotta stay away from that shit. Gotta stop that.
Yeah, just follow the coaxial. It'll get you back inside.
Man, I love it. I'd miss it, but man, I gotta stay away from that. My lungs ain't fucking liking that short-windedness.
No, it's even worse, secondhand smoke, what I've got.
Do you have a radio in your vehicle, Skywalker, or did you say you were putting one in?
Yeah, I've got the Antitone Quad 6 in there, and an RM Italy little 2.0 3, I guess it is, and then I just picked up a Stereo mobile, the big ass magnet.
So, are you just hooking it up now? I was just going to say, I'd never hear you on in the mobile.
Oh, you mean in the mornings when you all go to work?
Yeah, or on weekends, I do dump runs, and I usually take a ride up to Lewiston Duncan and get a coffee with the dogs, and I make it a point to listen around and try and see who's on the weekends.
Oh, roger that. No, I'm not really on the weekends, hardly at all. Hawkeye. Once in a while, if I gotta go do a run down to get some groceries, I'll have it on, but that's only for like maybe 10 minutes. Nothing else. Just not an everyday thing for me, quite frankly. It's just casual.
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't turn mine on every time I'm in the vehicle. It's good to have it though.
I'll turn it on every time I'm in the vehicle. But yeah, as far as I don't know. I'm retired, so I kind of leave it right there where it's at in the garage.
Well, just because you're retired, I mean, you could get up and do the drive. You know, you could at least drive to, like, Yarmouth or something and get in on the conversation. You know where to find us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, maybe a Cabela's run for before Christmas or during the holiday Christmas shopping. I'll probably do that.
I got tomorrow, and then I got the whole week. I've never had a whole week off. Never, ever. So I've got the whole next week off. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe we can hook up and have some, go and have some coffee.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, or Skywalker, you can flip on your base radio. There's a few people that get on from the bases. Clearwater's on in the morning. Cobra, if he's home, he'll be on from the base. If Runt's on in the morning, usually he'll flip on his base radio.
Okay, that's every morning? About what time?
Usually, it starts about 6:30, goes till about 7:30 or so. I don't know if I got that about right.
Yeah, that's about right. And it's every morning. Yeah.
On 28 a.m.
Usually 12.
Okay. Holy crap, 6:30, 7:30? No. I used to do that, most all my life, but no. I sleep in with the little lady right next to me.
Well, we just figured we'd let you know that we're on. And then, like Hawkeye said, on the weekends, it's, intermittent throughout the day. People are floating around on 12 or 26.815. And then, like I said, at night on the weekend, it's same thing. It's usually somebody around most of the time.
Oh, okay. I'll take notes. I got notes down. So 26.815. Roger that.
And that goes for anyone that's sandbagging right now, not just Skywalker. I mean, like I said, I think I about covered it. I mean, typically, a bunch of us are always on in the morning, commuting to work during the week. And the same thing in the afternoon, too. The afternoon's a little different because we all get out at different times, but I'll usually holler on the radio in the afternoon. And same thing with me on the weekend when I go to the dump, I holler on the radio. And, But yeah, or you can always send someone a message like, hey, what channel you guys on? I forgot. Someone will answer you.
Roger that, channel 12. And 26.815, that's 36, channel 36.
It's below channel 1. I don't know what it corresponds to as a channel.
It's 15 below, negative 15 for you Cobra 148ers.
But I don't know how to count.
Yep. Well, I won't be using that. But maybe my Cobra 29LX.
Yeah, I mean, you just use your anytone and go right there.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Yeah, I definitely the afternoon. Yeah, I could talk to that. Channel 12. Yep.
It's always a hit or miss with all of us in the afternoon. I mean, sometimes people get out at 3:30, sometimes 4:30, 5. I mean, we're all over the place. But afternoon, lately, we've been on 26.815 coming home just because the skip is so bad that I don't even try channel 12 anymore. And the way the skip is going in the morning, I don't know, channel 12 might get kind of pushed aside for, most morning commutes coming up as the, we're really starting to get into the mash of the cycle coming up. The peak is supposed to be this year in 2025, so it could get pretty bad out here.
Roger, yeah, with a lot of static. I think that's what you referred to. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you for that, and I'll be sure to dial that in on the weekend, and not so much in the morning, though. I'm still right down to sleep.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, weekends, especially as it gets, it's cold out, it is what it is. There's usually quite a few of us around, bouncing around. Like, I'll be in and out all weekend. No particular time, either on channel 12 or on 815. Radio Man's the same way. Hawkeye will pop in and out. Cobra. We don't really have anything in particular we do, but Monday nights we're usually on the radio too, on channel 12 on AM. But yeah, we kind of just all float in and out of the channel. Besides our morning commutes into work around that 6:30 to 7:30 mark, and Mondays, there's no real consistency. It's kind of, you might hear 20 people out there until midnight on a fucking Wednesday. You might hear 0 people on a Wednesday.
Roger on that. Yep. I get the sporadic thing. Well, good. Yep. Something to maybe look forward to then. Sure.
And just because you don't hear anybody, don't mean nobody's out there. Key up and talk. Make some comments. I know you just heard Fix It key up. Fix It is pretty much on channel 12 AM, 24/7. Even if he's on another channel, he has something listening on channel 12. So there is always somebody out there to talk to. And there might be 6 people listening, and if nobody keys up, nobody knows. So don't be afraid to just key up and, maybe not spend 10 minutes singing your melody to people or anything, but, say hi, say, hey, what's everyone doing? And you make a few comments. You'd be surprised at the people that might come back to you.
Oh, definitely so. Yeah, that's what it's all about. With all this equipment, all the money we spend on it, you got to get out there and let them know you're there.
Clearwater, you still in here? You would have been proud of me this morning.
Say it again.
You would have been proud of me this morning.
Kind of noisy.
I got to work, opened my door in my truck, took one step out, went right straight down, landed on the ground, right on my hip.
Crying out loud. You did that over here.
Yep. At least this time I didn't crack a rib, but I hit my head and I banged up my hip pretty good.
Holy fuck.
Jesus, Hawkeye, all kidding aside, man, you gotta be careful. Like, the old saying, look before you leap.
It's something about, because I've got a Nerf bar, right, a step up. It must have something to do with that angle. I got to put that leg out a little bit, so as soon as I put weight on that foot to get out, it just, boom. And I mean, they've been sanding and salting that fucking driveway all month, but the one time you need it, I mean, I can't believe how fast I went down, just like a pile of bricks.
I think it's starting to show your age.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Well, that's on my mind all the time for myself.
We can't all be young bucks like Clearwater.
Radio man, what am I giving you for a signal? 1239.
I guess that was directed at me. I got a 7 over here.
Oh, 10-4.
Wicked hammering.
Loud and proud out here, Clearwater.
10-4.
Hawkeye, I don't know if you heard me, but we all can't be young bucks like Clearwater.
I'll tell you, I'm sure he would have popped right up, dusted himself off, and probably punched the door of the truck. I laid there for about 10 minutes wondering if I should move or not. Maybe I should just stay.
Yeah, you told me about that 6 months later that you broke your ribs. And I told you I should have sued you.
Oh, the freaking truck is trying to kill me. And like 2 years ago, I left work, and I had a thermos in my hand. I walked around the back of the truck to get in, and as soon as I got to the back of the truck, I stepped on black ice and went straight down, and I would have hit my head on the trailer hitch, but the thermos was between my head and the trailer hitch. Big freaking dent in my Stanley thermos.
Wow. That white truck, yeah, you don't have very good luck in that thing. You hit a couple deer too, didn't you?
Yep, hit a couple deer last year. The whole head and the thermos thing, though, kind of shook me up because I knew if I wasn't carrying that thermos, I'd probably be dead.
So if any of you were wondering, last minute Christmas ideas for Hawkeye, ice creepers.
Or maybe a hockey helmet.
What was that, Fix-It?
I said, how about a sandbox?
Yeah, we'll get Hawkeye a helmet and a bag of kitty litter.
Headbag suits now. Clothes you can put on if you go to fall over. Headbags pop out.
Bubble boy.
Oh, that would have been a sight.
I've got some steel spiked rubber, whatever they are, that goes over your boot for your soles.
But here's the thing. I drove 45 minutes to work. It was the same icy conditions. Obviously, the roads had been treated. Drove all the way to work, pulled in the parking lot, and boom, just that fast. I went, and then, half an hour later, the sun came up and the parking lot was totally dry. So it was just all timing.
Yeah, my parking lot at work, they normally, sand it. They didn't sand it. And the sidewalk walking in was totally covered in ice. It was pretty icy this morning.
See, that's fucking crazy. I never found one slick spot or patch of ice anywhere.
Yeah, coming up Penny Road, there's a little bit of a hill. I'd hardly even call it a hill. It's an incline. And because I'm just pulling out of my driveway, I'm not going very fast, and the truck shifts a gear, and it hits that incline, and it downshifts. Right when it downshifted, the truck went sideways, and I pooped a little.
That's just unreal.
What'd you say, Clearwater? You doubled with Radio Man a little bit there.
Oh, I said I walked on it, and it didn't seem to be icy. But when I got home, after about a half an hour, I looked out the window and I see the sand truck go by.
Yeah, my brother-in-law goes into work at 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock, and it was just like rain. So obviously it happened between 4 o'clock in the morning and 7.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Whoa, what's your brother-in-law do? Make donuts?
He works at Lowe's.
Holy shit, must be unloading trucks at that time. I've noticed here at my weather station, when I get up in the morning, the temperature will usually drop a few degrees just before sunrise. I've noticed that a lot this last couple months. You know, if it's hovering at like 33 degrees at 5 in the morning, it'll usually drop down below freezing just prior to sunrise.
I would definitely notice that when I was out in the woods deer hunting. The coldest part of the day was right before the sun came up. I can remember shivering and shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah, it's funny because I've had this weather station for a couple years, and I have a remote display in my kitchen by my bar. And I'll sit there, I'm eating my breakfast, and I'll look, and it's every morning without fail. If it always drops a degree or two, like within an hour of sunrise. It's crazy.
You're on the brink of hypothermia there, Hawkeye.
Yeah, I specifically remember one morning just shaking so bad, and I kept saying to myself, why am I doing this, number one? And number two, saying, I just got to make it till the sun comes up. I just got to make it till the sun comes up. And I actually got a deer that morning.
Oh, that's excellent. Put it in the freezer, huh?
You know, Hawkeye, it's funny. I think that's why I like bird hunting so much, because, I'll deer hunt. I like it, but I don't get as excited for it as I do bird hunting.
I love bird hunting. And, the thing is, I'll eat deer meat. It's fresh. But I'd rather have a hamburger, if I'm being honest. I'd rather have a steak. It tastes better. But if I get partridge, man, partridge tastes 10 times better than chicken.
Yeah, and it only takes 2 minutes to dress out a partridge?
Yup, stand on them and pull.
Yeah, my daughter, I tried to, and she definitely has a love of doing outdoor type things, and she really likes fishing. We got her a lifetime hunting and fishing license, and I took her deer hunting. She didn't really like it, but she does like going out bird hunting. She enjoys coming out with me and doing that. We got her own. We got a youth model 20 gauge, and it actually, you can change it. As she grows, you could change out the stock and the barrel and all that. But yeah, we got our youth model 20 gauge, and she likes to go bird hunting. So, tried to get her into it at a young age. But I would say one thing, she definitely, when we're at camp, well, I'll be cooking or something on the grill. She'd be like, I'm going down to the river, I'm going fishing, and she'll just take off without me.
Yeah, for me, bird hunting is just, it's way more casual. You can sleep in, right? You get out there when the sun's up. And it's just like going for a walk in the woods. And if you see a bird, fine. If not, big deal. And if you get a bird or two, right, they're pretty easy to get out of the woods. A friggin' deer, you shoot a deer and your day has just begun. I mean, that's hard work getting a deer out.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it about bird hunting. It's casual. You can walk with one of your friends and still shoot the shit if you want. You don't have to sit there in total silence. You don't have to worry about scents and all that other stuff. But I mean, I'll deer hunt, but yeah, I don't get as worked up for it like I used to. But yeah, I get it. Wasn't it you who was saying your daughter shot a moose up in Jackman, and she was like, it was like, oh great, but then she had to get it processed?
Yeah, I think the whole moose trip cost her like, I don't know, $5 or $6 grand. Yeah, it was expensive. I can't remember. She may have, she might be getting a mount made up. That was like $3,000, but I mean, it still cost her $3,000 or $4,000 just, you know, the trip, the food, the lodging, all of that, and the processing. I think it cost $600 or $700 to have it cut up.
Yeah, that don't surprise me. There's someone else out there talking. Does anyone hear that person?
Yeah, was he out of Boston?
Fix it keyed up, so I didn't hear what he said.
Could you come again with those numbers?
Double D out of Boston?
Go ahead, Double D.
Oh, Double D out of Boston.
032 Detroit, Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine.
Just 100 watts tonight.
Yeah, roger that, 032. Coming in nice and loud over here, 57 in the State of Maine. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine.
Man, he's blowing smoke over here.
Yeah, State of Maine's coming in like gangbusters.
Roger, 73s. Happy holidays right back to you. So that's 032 in Detroit. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine.
Mr. Paranoid, you know you're making it to Northwest City. Must be going over the top of him.
A few stations waving a Paranoid. I got the 4-element quad pointed southwest. Radio Man 260.
How about you, Mr. Paranoid?
All kinds of stations in there.
Yes, I do copy you. Another station there. And Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine.
Okay, Mr. Paranoid, 269er, 048, Northwest Indiana, 73.
048, all right. Let me right back to you. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine. Well, I guess Skip decided to roll back in, huh?
Mr. Paranoid was coming in here, like, perfect.
Why did everybody give up?
Oh no, Skip's still out there.
10-4, Skip is still out there, absolutely. Yeah, the guys from Detroit are still coming in loud and proud up here in the northeast corner. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, State of Maine. Hello, I got a copy on your radio.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you get Mr. Paranoid over here in Waldoboro.
Oh, Mr. Paranoid, yeah, we got just 048 Northwest Indiana. You have Merry Christmas, sir, and till we meet again.
All right, 048, absolutely, yes, sir. 73's from the northeast corner. Merry Christmas, right back to you. There was a local in here as well talking. I don't know who that was. That was get to Mr. Paranoid over here in Waldoboro. Roger, Roger. Frosty in Rome. Absolutely. I got a copy on your Frosty in Rome. Yep, I got a copy over here in Waldoboro. Radio man, you want to check in Frosty in Rome?
Yes, I was going to spin the antenna to see if I could hear him. I'd have to look at where Rome is. I don't even know. Well, I'm guessing it's north of me, but I don't know specifically where.
Belgrade Lakes area?
Okay, so Belgrade Lakes, that'd be a little off to the northeast. I don't know if Frosty and Rome can actually hear me. I'm still on the Omni.
WT35, yeah, he went by WT35 on sideband, yeah. That's cool. Oh, yeah. Roger that. He was 63, been in the CB for many, many years around this area, I guess. Who else is here in Frosty and Rome?
I do have a copy on him, Paranoid, but it's not a great copy, but I am able to copy somewhat direct. I think I got the beam on him. I'm about 60 degrees northeast. I think I got him.
Well, he was saying, I guess Tyrod passed away recently here.
Oh, okay. I did not know Tyrod. I'm sorry to hear that. That he passed away recently, and that was what, WT35? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he confirmed that was his call for sideband, WT35.
Yeah, how about you, Frosty? You got a copy on Radio Man.
Well, I've got a picture.
Yeah, Skip's coming in now and covering him up. I would think Floyd should be hearing him pretty good.
I got the manual in front of me. Lower sideband, upper sideband. It's just you know, the 710. It's got AM and FM and everything.
Yeah, go ahead for Radio Man. Yeah, I got a copy on you. Is this Frosty? Yeah, apologies. I got some skip kind of coming in. They're right about the same signal as you.
Screen. That's on the F10. Excuse me, 710.
Yeah, I'm on right now.
Right, big square.
Yeah, Paranoid. There's just some skip, and they're like, they're right there. I can tell. I heard Frosty when he keyed up, but I can't. I'd probably be able to understand him if the skip wasn't rolling.
Yeah, roger that. I understand that for sure, Radio Man. Yeah, he was just trying to let everybody know that, he's passed away, the gentleman there, Tyrod.
Yeah, does he want me to post something on Maine CB? I can post something, like Tyrod WT35 on sideband. I don't know what town he's from, if he's from Rome or not. I could post something if he wants me to.
Yeah, roger that. Hey, Frosty, do you want Radio Man to make a post about Tyrod on the Facebook group for Maine Sidebanders?
Yeah, you'll have to relay Paranoid.
Yeah, Tim Boy. Yeah, he's just saying, with all the truck drivers and stuff, he'd like to just do a last call for him. So yeah, if you wanted to post that on the Facebook group, that's good too.
Yeah, just ask him what town was Tyrod out of? What town?
Yeah, what town was Tyrod out of there? Frosty. Yeah, he was from Rome, confirmed he was from Rome.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I'll put something out about it on Maine CB forum.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'm glad I'm able to relay that information for you, Frosty, down to Radio Man. Radio check. Mr. Paranoid hears you up here in the state of Maine.
I got a radio-related question, an antenna-related question.
All right, 333, we hear you up here in the northeast corner with local talking. Mr. Paranoid's going to back it down.
Maybe it's because it's so unused.
All right, Brazil, Indiana. Nice to hear you. 73 from the northeast corner. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, state of Maine.
Put a mouse on it. It makes it a lot easier to click on things.
I also have a question, Screwdriver. Probably for anybody, but to run a dummy load on a 100 or 100 watt radio, is it best to go through the dummy load or meter it through the antenna?
Well, I mean, your dummy load is just to transmit into without actually transmitting anything over the air. So if you were tuning some stuff or playing, you'd want to go into a dummy load. You know, obviously your antenna, if you're trying to tune a radio or listen to yourself tune a radio, you know, going over the air is going to be annoying to a neighbor or whoever. You know, everybody's going to hear you. But if you're going into a dummy load, nobody besides maybe your direct neighbor is going to hear you.
Roger that. Okay, kind of a next question. If it's 150 watt radio per se and you're running an amp, does the dummy load have to match that or be greater to that watt outage?
Yeah, so if you were looking for, I mean, if you're running 150 watts out of your amp, you'd want at least a 150 watt dummy load. Truthfully, you'd want, you know, probably at least double the size, you know, get a 250 watt, 500 watt. Dummy loads are going to be rated in, you know, the duty cycle. I've got a couple of 1500 watt dummy loads that are MFJs, and these things are tiny little things, air cooled. They work fine, but it's like 300 watts at a 10% duty cycle. 1500 watts is probably like a 1% duty cycle. You know, I've got a bird dummy load, 1,000 watt dummy load that I could probably dump about 5,000 into. But 1,000 watt, it is a 100% duty cycle. I could leave a transmitter keyed up into it for, you know, forever.
Yeah, I have been looking online. I mean, just about anywhere. Yeah, they're not very inexpensive. That's for sure. Anything over 50 watt or even 100 watt.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for most people are really not going to have a need for a dummy load ever. It's very rare, you know, unless you're into trying to tune up your own radio, get in it, turn screws and whatnot. You know, it can help if you're trying to find a channel. You're keyed up on one radio into a dummy load, and then you can use your receiving radio on your antenna to try to find that signal type deal. You know, they have uses, but for the average radio enthusiast, a dummy load is really probably going to be something that is very, very rarely used.
Right, and you can make your own. I've seen that online. So yeah, in a empty paint can and oil or something. But yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much. That helps me out.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Cantina dummy load for sale in a while, but yeah, they used to sell them. It was just a paint can you put in your, it's a special oil, but you put in an oil, and you know, it's just a small 50 ohm resistor in there that's soaked in oil, and the oil dissipates the heat. You can make your own. I've got several homemade ones that are, you know, just resistors. Obviously, you can't put them in just any type of oil because it will short them out and it'll do this and that. But, yeah, the bigger ones, you know, usually the more power and not just air-cooled. They are, you know, oil-cooled in there just because it takes a lot longer to heat up the oil and then dissipate it. So it's just a heavier duty cycle on it.
Roger. Yep. All right. Well, that answers the $100 question.
I know, you know, they're not necessarily around anymore, but MFJ made a bunch. You know, if you get a 1500 watt dummy load for under $100 or something like that, little air-cooled thing. I've got an MFJ dummy load that has a meter on the front that's switchable from 30 watts, 300 watts, 3,000, I don't remember. But it's got the dual meter on it, and what's nice about it is you can actually switch it in and out. So it has a throughput that you can run it to your antenna, and then you could flip a switch on the back of it for the dummy load. But it's just, like I said, it's an air-cooled in there, and you know, I wouldn't necessarily run an 8-pill on it for very long, but you could run an 8-pill on it just to tune it up or just check it out or something if you wanted to.
Roger that. Yep, MFG. I'll have to look them up, see what they got.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I know there's still new stuff out there, but they shut down their doors this last summer. I don't think anybody has bought them out yet. There was talks, some people were going to, but I don't know what's happened. I know there's still a bunch of inventory and stock out there, and they made some reasonable stuff. You know, you're going to have a lot of people tell you MFJ stands for mighty fine junk. Ham operators, a lot of them are really going to diss MFJ. But yet they love Ameritron, which is weird because Ameritron is made by MFJ. It has MFJ meters in it. They built them. So, yeah, a little controversial, but you're definitely still going to find some stuff out there. And I'm sure somebody will end up picking up that little niche gap and, you know, start making that kind of stuff again, I hope.
Yep. Keep that rolling. That would be good. All right. Well, thank you for that, Scooter. I appreciate it.
Yes, yeah, I was just playing around with antennas. Well, I play around with antennas all the time. That's kind of my favorite pastime. But I had some mobile antenna things, like, you know, and it actually piqued my interest when you said you bought a new Stereo with the big magnet. And I've had some weird results and mixed results with the Stereo magnets, and I just recently got a tri-magnet, which I believe is a Stereo or a Stereo knockoff or whatever. And my match, it throws all of my antennas off the resonant frequency. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or played with that. I was just curious if anybody saw that they have to do some weird stuff with Stereo antennas or a Stereo magnet or RG58 coax, I guess, was my realistic thing.
Yeah, I've got the RG coax on mine. And it's perfectly matched. I didn't even have to cut nothing.
I know I have a stock Stereo Performer, and I've plugged it in, and it worked, and it's fine. But I noticed my match was, a little high, and I run it through my antenna analyzer, and it's showing my resonant frequency, my 1-to-1, to be on 29 megahertz, 28.9, which means you got to lengthen the antenna. And I did, but I had to lengthen it substantially to get it to come down. But then when I put it in my hard mount or on my Wilson mount, I have to put it back to stock length, and it's fine. And I just wrote it off as this magnet mount was broken. There was something off with it. It was just weird, so I just never used it again. Well, I just recently got a tri-mount magnet mount, and I put it on the trunk of my car, and I noticed it was the same thing. And with 4 different antennas on it. I was trying my big coil, I tried a Wilson, I tried a Stereo, I tried a Striker, and I said, well, maybe it's just because it's on the trunk. So I put it on the middle, and the same exact thing. Every antenna had a good match up way in the 10-meter band. And I just found it weird that both of these magnet mounts, they're completely different magnet mounts from probably different decades, both running RG58 coax, would do this. But every other magnet mount I have with RG8 Mini or whatever, and my hard mounts are all perfect on this band. So, I don't know, I just thought it was weird. I didn't know if anybody else out here may have come across this situation or noticed. Maybe if I was just using a regular SWR meter, it would be fine, but I noticed it was a 1.6, a 1.8. I'm like, man, I don't like that. And it was just weird.
Yeah, it makes things more complicated when you can't knock down that SWR where it's supposed to be. And it had nothing to do with your ground plane because you had metal everywhere.
Exactly. All right, what was that? Somebody else is in there, Skywalker. What was the other guy saying with the hard mount? You kind of got stepped on, but I want to hear your input too.
sort of a, just a plain FWR meter. When you're going from a mag mount to an FA.
Who's that down south?
You got, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I was using an AA 230 or whatever. So I was using an analyzer, and I can go from a mag mount to a hard mount, and my antennas are exactly the same. If I grab my Wilson my Wilson magnet mount, or I grab my Striker magnet mount, I'm going to get the same exact trace curve on that magnet mount as I am the two hard mounts I have on two different vehicles, two different types of coax, whatever. So I get the same trace curves on all of those. But when I run the Striker magnet, or I run the new Tri-magnet that both have RG58, which is supposedly 50 ohm coax or 52 ohm coax, my trace curves look almost the same, but it moves the resonant frequency up almost 2 megahertz, and it's just weird.
You know why?
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. It's because all the magnetic power you got below it. That's why it's doing that.
I would say yes, but like I said, I can use 3 other magnets and have a perfect match. Perfect trace curve. I can use hard mounts, have a perfect match and a perfect trace curve. Using these same loads on a different magnet is where it goes off. But yet, with the other 3 magnets, and I'm talking 3 other magnets I've tried, it's perfectly fine. Those all have...
Later, Hutch. Have a good night. I'm just about there myself.
I was just wondering if the RG58 could be throwing it off if anybody else has experienced this.
Is the magnet that you're using, are they a plastic cover over top of the magnet, or is it a metal cover over the magnet?
I do like the sound of the co-phase rubber duckies out there, 29. I do like the sounds of the co-phase rubber duckies. They have the rubber cap over the magnet, but I tried them with the rubber and I tried it with nothing. Technically, shouldn't make a difference. You don't need to have a ground. I know a lot of people will argue that you need to scrape off some paint on your car. You need to have scratches. You need to have the foil. Technically, a magnet should be a better way to AC couple your antenna than a hard mount. If you want to get really technical, a magnet, even if there's an insulator in between, you're AC coupling it. You're not looking for a DC. You're not going to get a continuity check. But your AC, which is RF, should have a perfect coupling. So it technically shouldn't make a difference. But I have tried it with the rubber, and I have tried it with the, I can't say metal. It's just a bare magnet.
Well, you can try this. I believe you get a little bit of magnet, leave the engine off, take it on, and run a continuity check from the ground side, which is where the magnet sucks down to the core, and you off all the magnet, and then to the center conductor of your coax hookup. If you're getting a reading, the reason why is because there's too much fluid.
So you're thinking in between the ground side and the center conductor of your coax, you should, be checking there? right, now, just for instance, though, that depends on the type of antenna you're running. If you're running a Wilson 1000, a Stereo antenna, a Striker antenna, those are all DC grounded antennas. So your coil in the antenna is a coil, and it has a strap that comes up a predetermined length on.
Guys, I apologize, but I'm getting tired, and I'm going to need to shut the feed down and call it an evening. So, thanks for everyone hanging out, but I got to get ready for bed for work tomorrow. Take care. Maybe catch some of you this weekend. Radio Man out.
But most antennas, that style of an antenna, a base load antenna, is usually a DC grounded antenna, so it's not uncommon to get your meter is going to pick it up as a dead short. You're not going to measure a 50 ohm reactive load or resistive load. You're usually just going to read a dead short between